Alright. Hey. What's up? It's been quite some time since I played a visual novel. We're starting with this Western one called Tomboys Need Love Too. Written there on like a wooden thing with hearts and cats and stuff. Alright. I think it should be short. So I finished getting dressed, I stood in front of my bedroom mirror and checked my appearance one last time. Staring back at me was an 18-year-old high school student dressed in a recently ironed school uniform and ready to go. Alright, looking good, Kai. All the ladies will love you. Stepped back from the mirror and straightened my tie. Once more, still a little uncomfortable to be back in my school uniform again. My semester break had just finished. After weeks of lounging around the house all day, I was now back being forced to attend school once more. Naturally, that means putting on my uniform, walking to school, and cursing my existence until the final bell. Yeah. Height text box. Oh, I can do that with triangle though. Oh no! Okay, I can go back. Yeah, okay. Oh! Okay, I'm figuring out the controls. I'm playing this with a control. There's controls! Oh my god. B. Toggles. Assistive self-voicing. Huh. Gamepad. Right trigger. And activates the interface. A-B button. Oh, right trigger, A-B button. Or A bottom button. Left and shoulder. Right shoulder. Till later. D-pad stick. Navigates the interface. Access the game menu. Y. A Y. Top button. Hides the user interface. Okay. That's cool. Where was I? Cursing my existence. Or at least that's how last semester went. I can't believe it. It's already my final semester of high school. In just a few months, I'll be done with school. And it'll be time to enter college or to find a job. Thinking about it like this, I can't afford to mindlessly trudge through this semester like I did the last. This is my final chance to take action and to do what I've put off for so long. This semester for sure, I'm gonna work up my courage and ask Sophie out. I'll devote more time to my studies, spend my weekends going out on dates, and live the fulfilling high school life I've always dreamed. By studying more? Alright, I guess. With time to reflect on my actions during first semester, I had come up with a few goals for myself before high school ended. 1. Improve grades. I had only just barely passed most of my exams for this year, and although I hadn't reached the point where I might have to repeat a grade, I was indeed doing very poorly. 2. Make friends. Though I was certainly more interested in socializing than studying, the fact that I only had a couple of friends. In fact, over the entire break, I only spoke and met with one of them. None of the other friends even came to mind. That would need to change. I couldn't just keep clinging to my best friend forever. This semester, I would need to make new friends and treat them better than those before them. I mean, you know, clinging's fine. I'm not gonna judge you. Let's look at this room. It's nice. It's nice and bright. Big ass fucking windows. And looks like a PlayStation controller on the beanbag chair. Number 3, find myself a girlfriend. I both shivered and smirked at this goal of mine. Came to mind. It's been a long time since I've had to read. As an 18-year-old boy with no romantic experience whatsoever, the world of dating and romance seemed like one I would never be a part of. But even if I was currently just an observer in that fantastic world, damn it, I too had someone I liked. She wasn't the first girl I'd ever developed a crush on. Sophie was by far the most attractive and amiable. No, that word's weird to me. Amiable person I've ever met. If I started dating her, or you managed to just become her friend, I could die happy. My school uniform on and my personal goals reaffirmed, I headed downstairs towards the kitchen, waiting for me, my mother, who had just made breakfast, and one unexpected guest. Oh, is that her mom? Damn. Those eyebrows, and those huge tits. It's a good thing she's not. It's a good thing this isn't a Japanese visual novel, or she'd be like a route. Oh man, but we'll get to those eventually. Morning, Mom. Damn, look at us. Fucking that hand on our hip. That, damn. Also, I didn't want to say anything because I couldn't quite remember what Kai looked like. But yeah, our mom kind of looks like us, or we look like our mom. And, I turned towards our guest, Chris. Oh man, look at Chris. Yep. Oh, morning. Morning, Kai. Putting her fork down for a moment. Oh god, she's eating at our place again. You're here early this morning, no doubt stealing my share of the bacon. Did you wet the bed? Were you drawn here by the smell of food? Both! How rude. Came over to visit and that's the first thing you say to me? That is kind of rude. Like, asshole. Maybe I'll just take my breakfast and go. Yeah, you go do that. I sighed and turned to my mother. Speaking of which, what's for breakfast? That's a silly question, you're looking right at it. Mom, the plate's empty. Darn tootin'. He's like, no, don't do this to me, Mom. Mom pointed at a plate in front of Chris. Oh, jeez. Was my joke right? No, I didn't mean it like that. I was asking is, where's mine? Without saying a word, my mother once again pointed to the plate in front of Chris. Oh. You gave her my breakfast? Well, I figured you weren't getting up anytime soon, so, like, bitch, I had to get dressed and brush my teeth. Like, give me time. Give me a chance. Chris smiled up at me innocently with a piece of toast in her mouth. Just like the animes. I had a piece of toast from Chris' mouth and brought it to my own. Indirect kiss. Devoured it in a heartbeat before she could try to take it back. I already started eating that. Are you blushing? Yeah, and I finished eating it. It's my breakfast, you know. What? Chris cast her gaze downward and her face became red. Oh yeah. No, seriously, what the fuck? Indirect kiss first thing in the morning. You guys are getting along, but look at the sparkles on Mom's eyes. Look at those eyes on Mom's face. That's like granddaughter eyes. Like, yeah, I'm finally getting a granddaughter. I can feel it in my womb. Yeah, I should have let Chris wake you up after all. Who knows what might have happened? Foo. It's like, Mom, this isn't an anime. I can't get married anymore. My body's it's just a piece of toast, Chris. I'm the one who ate it last. If anything, who's tainted is me. Anyways, would you two knock it off already? It's too early for this kind of teasing. I need to leave for school soon. I don't have time to play around with you. Oh my, when did you become a serious student? I know, right? Kai, your grades are even worse than mine. It's a little late to be playing the diligent student now. It's precisely because my grades are as bad that I'm taking school seriously from now on. To that end, I got the plate from in front of Chris and Kasuma was left. I started eating that too. I decided to give Chris a southern accent. Kai's gonna get pregnant. Oh. We're gonna leave and she's gonna start watching her hentais. It's gonna get weird. Be quiet about both of you. Oh man. Once we escaped from my mother's bizarre influence, Chris and I returned to our usual selves. We walked down the road to school while chatting mindlessly, filling in a few minutes in a simple yet pleasant manner. Man, I can't believe the semester break is already over. Feels like we only just left school. Do we really have to return already? Amazing. The diligent student has disappeared already. What happened to taking skills seriously from now on? I am going to take school seriously, but that doesn't mean I have to enjoy it. You're bummed too, right? Any student will mourn the end of their break. Not really. I don't particularly care either way. Are you serious? Of course. I mean, it's not like anything exciting happens over the break anyways. In fact, all you did was sleep and play video games. Don't pretend like you weren't doing the exact same thing. I saw you in the Street Fighter lobbies. Fucking jury main. I did other stuff too. Like what? Masturbate? Visit friends. You just sat on my bed and demanded that I play a 2-player game. Fine, I get your point. I'm no better. But unlike you, I actually enjoy going to school. Since when? Since we were put in the same class yet again. Since we started high school, Chris and I have even been in the same class every single year. What's more, we went to the same elementary school, we were in the same class for several of those years too. Top it all off, we've been next to our neighbors since we were born. We were only a couple of weeks apart in age. What's that genre called? Osajinami? The childhood friend? Hold on. Childhood friend anime. Hold on. I'm gonna get this. Childhood friend. Osajinami. I don't know. Osajinami. Namichi. Osajinami. I'm not finding it. Some long old word. Whatever. One way or another, fate continued to pair us together, and surely enough, this year was no different. I guess I better start showing some enthusiasm as well. I can't let myself feel down on my first day back. Like I said, starting today, I'm gonna be a diligent student. My grades will improve, I'll start waking up early, going to sleep at a sensible hour, and return to normal after a week. Most likely, yes. At least you know your limitations. Really, you try this after every break. Just give up already and enjoy the ride. Hey now, isn't that a bit irresponsible? I may not be great at studying, but that's no reason to just throw it in the towel. Sure it is. You're not planning on getting an academic job anyway, is that right? If you really want to do something productive with your time, focus on figuring out what you want to do when you leave school. Oh, come on. Like I have any idea about that. That's precisely why you should be thinking about it. Most of our classmates have some idea about what they want to do when they finish school. It's only natural considering what yet to come. I guess. If you've given it any thought, Chris. Me? I don't know. I was thinking about becoming a policewoman. The world's become a pretty dangerous place lately. More the reason you should be a policewoman, goddammit. Fucking protect me. I'm important. Maybe a fitness instructor? Yeah, right. Just because you play sports now and then, that doesn't mean you're some kind of fitness guru. When's the last time you even went to the gym? I still go sometimes. I just, don't like being stared at. Now I know you're lying. Trust me, when you're at the gym, no one's staring at you. Like you know. All you ever do is play video games and cry about how Sophie doesn't even know you exist. Shut up. But I'm right, aren't I? While I'm at the gym toning this body of mine to perfection, you're at home wallowing in self-loathing. Perfect body, my ass. You're the proportions of an elementary school kid. I wouldn't be so sure about that yet. There are plenty of girls who look completely different without clothes on, you know. Maybe you're just too blind to see it. Chris grabbed the bottom of her skirt and began to flap it around, giving me glimpses of her toned thighs. Oh man. Oh, it's the beauty right beside you, and all you're thinking about is that blonde girl, big tits. If you realize what you were overlooking, you forget about her in a heartbeat. Chris raises her skirt a little higher, exposing white skin, usually untouched by the sunlight. Oh, she's got those tan lines. This is more anime than I thought for like a Western thing. Maybe it's not Western. I'm pretty sure it is though. What do you say? You want to take a look? Gulp. I'm realizing it. I become fixated on Chris's legs. With her hands inching higher, the talk of Chris's naked body fresh in my mind. She had my complete attention. Just kidding. As quickly as she began to raise her skirt, Chris let go and continued walking. Sorry, Kai, there's a few more steps needed before you could see my body. The ring had better cost 3 months' salary, okay? Damn, fuck. Left those parting words, I fell further behind as Chris ran to the school gates by herself. Before long, she had disappeared into the school building, leaving me in the front of the gates with a bewildered expression on my face. Shit, damn. Look at this Japanese classroom. Okay. Having arrived earlier than intended, I entered the classroom and sat down next to Chris as we waited for class to begin. Took you long enough. Maybe you really should have joined me down at the gym, if that's how long it takes you to walk up the stairs. Well, excuse me for being lazy. So caught up with all your friends already? His facial expression dropped at my provocation. Oh, that's right, I forgot. You don't have any friends. Hey, you know that they're real, and it's not my fault that my female friends are all in different classes. True, but it is your fault that you haven't made any new friends since entering this class. Kiss averted her eyes and looked out the window. I'm fine with the number of friends I have, thank you. Are you sure? Seemed to remember an energetic young girl who was always going around asking people to be her friend. What was her name again? That was when I was a little kid. It's not as easy as when you've grown up. Sure it is, just you make friends all the time. During athletic carnivals and sports days, don't you? Yeah, but mine's different. They're just random people who I'll talk to for the day. It's not like we exchange numbers or contact one another afterwards. Yeah, I guess you have a point. Must be hard to have a lot of friends. I certainly wouldn't want that kind of pressure. Oh yeah, I'm sure that's why you only have one friend. Shit. Whatever. At least I've got some random people who I talk to, right? Yeah, well, aren't you lucky? While Chris and I get along fairly well with others, neither of us live a particularly social life. We'd both talk to our classmates and even consider some of them friends, but those relationships were superficial at best. Personally, I only become friends with my classmates out of convenience, to kill time chatting in class. Once high school ended, I doubted I would ever speak to any of them ever again. Yeah, that's high school. Still, I have to admit, people who can manage so many relationships at once. You mean sluts? Damn, fuck. I mean proper people. You know, people who can be friends with everyone and never forget any of their names or hobbies. People like Sophie. So sluts? Damn, fuck. Come on, Chris, why so mean? Never heard you talk about anyone else like that. What do you have against Sophie? I don't particularly dislike her or anything. I just think you should be wary of her, that's all. Singing Chris's warning, a few people entered the classroom. At the head of the pack was Sophie, who descended upon our class like an angel sent from heaven. As she was about to pass by my desk, I tried to speak to her. Lovely day for school, isn't it? Oh, good morning, Kai. Do you have an enjoyable break? Yes, absolutely. That's good to hear. Oh, goddammit, I went southern again. I can't do this. Let's try our hardest again this semester, okay? Of course, anything you say. Sophie giggled once more and placed her hand on my shoulder as she walked by. I could feel my face turning red as the warmth emanating from our point of contact spread throughout my body, lifting my spirits and my penis. She touched me. Sophie touched me. This is the greatest moment of my life. Shit. Oh. Stop acting like a love-struck idiot. Just call me if you want, but I can't help it. The girl of my dreams knows my name, and she touched me on the shoulder. I'm never washing this arm again. Ugh. The moment I said that, Chris narrowed her eyes and leaned over. Seated right next to me, her body collided with mine the moment she moved. Chris pressed her chest against my shoulder and hooked her arms around mine. Before I could ask what she was doing, Chris let go and returned to her original position. Chris? Shut up. I was just trying to give you a reason to wash your arm, that's all. Chris looked away with a displeased expression on her face. As she did, I stood at my shoulder. I had been touched by both Sophie's delicate hands and Chris' soft chest, all in the span of 10 seconds. That moment, I didn't know how to feel. Really, what's so great about that girl anyhow? I bet you just like her because she's got big tits. Hey, I'm not that shallow. Sophie's a good person. Everyone likes her. Are you trying to say you don't stare at her tits every chance you get? I averted my gaze. I didn't say that. I knew it. Even if I do, what business is that of yours? Are you jealous of her chest? Are you jealous that her chest has actually grown since elementary school, unlike yours? My breasts aren't that small. Besides, who in their right mind will want a body like hers? Those things are just big, used to sex fat. In 20 years, they'll be all saggy with veins popping out and everything. Oh, that's pretty hot. No, don't destroy my fantasy. Whatever, small breasts all the better anyways. You don't get sore shoulders, you don't have to put up with the gazes of perverts, you don't get in the way, bras are cheap and easy to find. Whatever, you're totally jealous. I'm just trying to make you understand the plight of women and to see why small breasts are clearly superior. Honestly, why do you care if I like big breasts anyways? I don't. I just don't want you becoming a sexual deviant who drools over big sacks of fat. You really think I'm going to become a deviant just because I like big breasts? Just how little faith do you have of me? Before our conversation could grow any more heated, the bell signal to start class finally rang. Our teacher walked in the classroom. Class quieted down and we began our first lesson of the new semester. It's finally over. Hey, just 3 more of those to go and we get to go home. Ready to give up on playing the diligent student? There's only 1 more lesson. They won't all be like that. That was the first lesson of the semester. The teacher was totally going easy on us. Face it, you're not cut out for studying. Yeah, I know. Somehow, managed to survive the first class of the day, but without difficulty. After playing video games all day, every day throughout the break, I was prepared to suddenly be bombarded for an hour straight with information pertaining to topics I couldn't care less about. Although I managed to stay awake the entire lesson, my motivation was thoroughly crushed, with the finishing blow being a homework assignment due by the end of next week. Well, I'm not gonna let this moment of freedom pass me by. Back in a bit. Chris quickly exited the classroom, seeking to take advantage of the 10-minute break before our next lesson. Maybe I should use this time wisely too. I could study for the lesson ahead, and maybe have some small chance of keeping up for a while. Or I could eat some of my lunch now, since Chris ate half of my breakfast. While weighing up those 2 options in my head, I noticed someone walk over to my desk. No, Kyle, long time no see. No, Dan, long time no see. Here I was on Dragon Hunter, from what I saw. Did you do anything apart from playing video games during the break? Don't ask stupid questions. What else would I do? I don't know. Study? Don't even talk to me about studying right now. Oh. Okay. Grades are that bad, huh? There's a sea otters with higher grades than mine. Ooh. Sea otters? The hell kind of measurement system is that? Anyways, did you at least engage in some social activity over the break? Surely you spent some time chilling with your girlfriend, right? First it's studying, now you're mocking my inability to get a girlfriend? Talk about kicking a man when he's down. Your ability to... Dude, you're kidding me, aren't you? It's one thing to be oblivious, but you're seriously going to make her cry the way you act. What are you talking about? Forget it. I don't even know what she sees in you. I really don't. Hey, you can't just walk away after saying something like that. Get back here. Get back here! Shocker! You can't escape from... Okay. Waving a single hand in the air, Dan continues to walk away. Girlfriend, you're right. Who would date a lazy bum like me? I sigh as I thought back to the 3rd goal that I gave myself. Before even trying, I had already resigned myself to failure. How pathetic. What was that about? Hmm? Oh, Chris, it's nothing important. Just guy stuff. That's never stopped you from telling me before. I know way more about graveyard idols and swimsuit models than any girl my age should, thanks to you. Ugh, I don't know, I mean, if you were learning that shit on your own, that'd be commendable. But it's because of your guy friend. That's weird. I hope you at least like some of the graveyard idols. They're pretty nice, graveyard idols, you know. It's not like it's just straight porn. Well, if you must know, we were talking about how this former idol's descent into pornography. Don't you dare finish that sentence. You weren't seriously talking about that crap during class, were you? That depends. If I say yes, are you gonna give me a lecture on how pornography is degrading to women? No, but I will tell everyone here how you wet the bed until you were 8 years old. God damn it, you need to stop. Glad to hear it. So who are you talking about? One about how your crush doesn't even know you exist? She does so, she even knows my name. It's kinda sad how desperately you denied that. Look, I wasn't about that anyways. We're just catching up because we didn't see each other over break. Yeah, right, you two are totally. Alright, class. Recess is over. Back to your seats. Before Chris could probe any further, the teacher walked in, interrupted her mid-sentence. Saved by the bell. Chris clicked her tongue while returning to her seat, and I silently breathed a sigh of relief. Honestly, I had no real reason to hide what Dan and I were talking about. It was nothing Chris hadn't heard before, nor would she get angry over. Even so, for some reason unknown to me, I felt hesitant to tell Chris what Dan said. You're gonna make her cry, huh? I suppose it wouldn't be the first time. With less difficulty than I feared, I made it through yet another lesson without falling asleep. Most of the information still went in one ear and out the other, but at least this time around I managed to take some notes before completely zoning out. Finally, lunchtime. Well, Kai, open up. Yeah, I'm getting there. Why are you so excited about my lunch anyways? Don't you have your own food to eat? You know what they say, what's yours is mine, what's mine is also mine. That's not how the saying goes. Whatever, just open it already, I'm starving. Okay. With Chris hovering closer to me than usual, I put my lunchbox out of my backpack, opened it, and placed it on the table. Mom went all out today. Fried chicken, rice, cherry tomatoes, spring rolls. She must have known you were gonna mooch off of me. Oh hush, just dig in already. Alright. You sure you don't want me to divide it up first? There's no use pretending that you aren't gonna eat half of this. Don't worry about me, it's y'all's lunch, you get first go at it. Alright. Surprised by Chris' unusual generous offer, I grabbed the plastic fork from my lunchbox and started eating. Tasty. It's weird though, chicken is particularly tastes different than how Mom usually makes it. Because Chris made it. Oh my god. Does it taste bad? No, it tastes good. It's just different. Anything that tastes better than usual. Oh shit. Really? You don't say. Chris began to rub the back of her head with her hand as her face turns red. Watched Chris' reactions, looking down at my food, then looked at Chris once more. At that moment, something clicked. Dad made it. Wait a minute, you made this? That's right. Amazing, aren't I? Doesn't this make you see me in a whole new light? I wasn't gonna go that far, so it does raise the question just how long you were at my house before I woke up. Who cares? It tastes good, that's all that matters. Well, I can't argue with that. I'm surprised though, I never expected such a feminine talent to emerge from someone like you. Comments like that are why I'd never cooked for you before. Being nice, so this will be both the first and the last time. Yes, message received. Once school finally came to an end, Chris and I quickly left the building and headed on our way. The day had been long after spending so much time at home doing nothing. Being at school all day was a real chore. Man, I can't fucking go to work after the weekend without wanting to fucking kill someone. But now that school was out for the day, we're free at last. We can spend the rest of the day however we want, and in my mind, that meant doing anything other than homework that's due tomorrow. I can't believe I made it. Forget about being an honor student, my grades can go down the toilet for all I care. Whoa, it's the first day back and you're already returned to your usual self. Not that I'm complaining, I'd be trouble if you went to a good college and I didn't. Forget college. I think you had the right idea earlier about figuring it out what kind of job I want when I leave school. You're actually taking my advice? Hey, when you're right, you're right. And when you're white, you're white. Wait, academics aren't for me, so the responsible thing to do would be to find a good job that doesn't require a lot of brains, right? Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself. So what are you gonna do first? Browse for job sites and see what pops up? Look at employment statistics and see what kind of jobs are in demand? Right. But I'm not going for an academic job. There's still homework to be done. This life had to be so hard. You should just kill yourself while you're by your head, man. Life is easy. You just aren't trying hard enough. Is that right? Alright then, how do you proceed? Exactly as I suggested. I'd see what jobs are in demand and browse job listings in those kinds of fields. Though, it helps if you already have something in mind. Even a vague idea would be a good one. Like working on video games? Are you gonna take this seriously or not? Hey, come on! Game dev is a serious job. I am being serious. What's wrong with wanting to make games? What's wrong with that? I just don't see it happening. The whole reason you're having this discussion is, yeah, she's got a point. Yeah, I mean, even if you don't go to college, you're still gonna have to like learn programming or take up art or both. Why do you think making video games would be any different? Well, because I like video games and I play them all the time. But do you know how to write code or make music or draw with specialized software? Do you see yourself drawing up player maps? How about making animations or writing character dialogue? I'm sorry to trample all over your ideas, Kai, but making games isn't as simple as or straightforward as you seem to think it is. Simple games can be made without too much difficulty, but the kind of games you play, they take years to make and cost millions of dollars to produce. Just liking video games isn't enough. You need serious drive if you want to do something like that for a living. I stared at Chris in shock for a moment as she surprised me with the depth knowledge. Just, fuck, why is Chris like super smart? God, Kai, you suck. Chris, when did you become such an expert in the subject? Did you look into making games for a living too? Yeah, you got me there. I had the same thought as you, but when I went online to do some research, my hopes thoroughly crushed. I guess it'll be something physical for me too. Yeah, I'll see you in the coal mines. Oof. On that depressing note, Chris and I reached our house.